Hey everyone, welcome back to Patriot Ridge Farm. So this is going to be a long recovery here. Looking at these paddocks now from the drought this year, that even rotating the pigs, they just did not recover because of the lack of rain. And right now I've got these guys split up into two groups, 4 and 4. There's 4 here and there's 4 in the next paddock over. And of course, we're at the end of December now, so these things are not going to even start to recover until spring. We're hoping to start about the second or third weekend in January of getting these guys processed, and I'll only be able to do one a week to accommodate, for the butcher to be able to accommodate us. So that's kind of where we're stuck. So it'll probably be the end of February, maybe even the first week of March before we're able to get done. And that is all, of course, going to be dependent on the weather, because we're only going to be able to do one every Saturday. Now, 2 pigs, the individuals who are buying them or have bought them are going to do them themselves. So that'll take 6 or 2 away from us and leave us with 6. So if we start about the 3rd week of January, probably first weekend in March, we'll be able to finish them up and get them off of here. Now, I'm still slated, as long as the piglets are born and ready to go in spring, to bring 2 new gilts onto the farm. Peppa, my one sow, she's not producing at all. She's been in there with Boris for 4 months now, and she's cycled multiple times, and I know it's not him. So she's not producing, so she'll be the one to go in the spring as well. And then, of course, Coke, she's doing fine. I've not brought her in. I'm not going to breed her. As a matter of fact, when I bring the 2 new gilts on here in the spring, it'll probably be, I may even wait till next year to even think about breeding them. And that's just simply give me time to get in here and clear up some of this old brush and stuff like that the pigs have really opened up for me, and get these paddocks seeded and everything like that, so they can recover. So we're just going to kind of play it by ear, and won't breed probably maybe fall, depending. We're just going to have to see how the new gilts do. One is a Michon. She'll be a registered Michon gilt, and the other one is a cross between a Duroc, a Mangalitsa, and I believe it's a Hampshire. So new genetics, be a nice little change. And that way, when I do decide to go ahead and breed, I mean, I could still breed Coke. I want these paddocks recovered well enough, because man, it was a rough year with the drought and everything. So hopefully I can get in here and get this seeded early spring, let it take off, and let it recover. That way I don't have a whole bunch of erosion. But right now, as it stands, I have nowhere else to put these guys unless I pin them all up in one area, and I'm not going to do that, because we're fighting the mud now. Thankfully, we've got enough rain, and have more forecast coming in a week or so. I know. But, it's 48 degrees out here today. Are you grumping at me? No? Okay. I think you are. But, these paddocks, they've definitely got the work over. And like I said, I'm just going to have to let them recover. Now, the plans are for the mine site. They're obviously not going to be done by this month. Probably into early spring before that's even done. Is starting my fence as soon as they're done, and getting it up through the woods and up here to the middle field right here, where I usually run my meat birds, and getting the other section of the woods fenced in. And that way I have 3 paddocks to move my pigs through. And get them in those woods over there. Actually, it'll probably be 4, because I can separate those paddocks in at least 2 different paddocks. So that'll give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that'll give me roughly 6 paddocks that I can, hopefully in the future, get pigs rotated through. And that way we can allow each paddock enough time to recover, even if we do have another drought. And that way we can continue to move with our pigs and everything here on the farm. But there's still a lot of work to do. And, this time of year, I'm trying to get more stuff done inside, while trying to keep up with my chores and stuff out here, and a full-time job. And it takes its toll on you. It really does. And I've kind of taken a little bit of a break from social media over the last few weeks. there's too much drama, too many keyboard warriors out there, and just too many people with, you know, opinions that otherwise they wouldn't say to you in person, but they'll get on the internet and just kind of wipe people out. And I just get tired of seeing it. You know what I mean? I don't even interact a little bit. I'll post a little bit on my own Facebook page, but other than that, you know, I'm not engaging with people. I'm just not doing any of that stuff. People are just ridiculous now. I'm looking at buying fence posts. I've got a pile of locust posts over here that'll get me probably to the top of the hill here and maybe just a little farther. But I've got to get this field, this middle field here, fenced in. And I'm looking at buying fence posts in bulk. If I buy them locally, it's $18 a post, I think. And these are the 5-inch by 5-inch. They're the cylinder posts, not the tapered. So they're the 5-inch by 5-inch by 8 foot. And treated, of course, and they're $18 a post here locally. If I go 2.5 hours over into Ohio, I can get them for $12.69, $12.67 or $12.69 each. And I'm kind of weighing out my options here because driving over and coming back, so that's probably it's a little over a 300-mile round trip, loaded with 2 bundles of posts, about 80 posts. So, you know, the fuel may offset the benefit of driving that far, especially with a load coming back that far. But we'll see. I'll just kind of have to bide my time here till I'm ready to start fencing, and I can go ahead and start with what I've got, and just hopefully take it from there. So there's a lot left to do. Still in the planning phase for some of it, and like I said, still trying to figure out everything that we're going to do. As soon as they finish up with the mine site down there, I've still got the greenhouse to tend to. The cover crop's still doing good in it, but I've got a plan for it. I've got to install an irrigation system for it. I've got to bring topsoil up to put in there to build my rows and everything with. So there's a lot to do, and there's nobody around here to work. You know, anybody that you try to find to hire, nobody wants to work. It's too big a job. It's too little of a job. People are just unreliable. So it is what it is. We're just going to have to deal with it and do it as we can do it. So this is one of those lifestyles where if you're impatient and want to get stuff done, well, you're in a sorry state. And I can tell you right now, I'm in a sorry state. I got one person to come and help me, and that's limited on his availability because he's got a full-time job. So we'll just keep moving forward little by little as we can. And even if I gotta, you know, put 10 posts in a day on the weekends and stuff, I'll do that just to kind of make progress. But anyways, I'm not going to sit here and complain on here. I'll let you guys go with that, and I'll try to keep you more updated here as I have time. So stay prepared and stay free. God bless y'all.